Herbert. Oh, Kenneth Gabbert. Who's Herbert? That's
That's
that's.
an interesting fact.
Comes out his techniques.
And there's two guys playing basses, right? You're playing a bass. Is that right? Three bass players?
It changes around a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
There's only, well, there's, you'll see.
Yeah, it's a. We have a lot of different things happening during the show.
I have like 5 different responsibilities.
Well, what are they?
What are they?
Remembering to stand. That's the first one.
Remembering to turn the volume knob up when I start running the drum machine, keyboards, turntable, bass, and playing samples. But I've only had like one little tiny mess up. The first night, I'm like, don't worry, it'll all work. Somebody tripped the power.
That was yeah, on my stuff too.
So we go on at 6:45.
Yes, 45.
Half an hour.
That way we get a full.
I'm surprised there's not that many people.
It's a Sunday night.
Well, I guess this has been going on since because this is like 40.
Oh, 40 festival.
I thought there were a lot of. I mean, right out here.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're waiting for the rockers. You never know. But I think also there's more of the mainstream.
Hey, say something in the camera, Butch.
Hey! Me and Tommy D up in Pontiac, Michigan. Get ready to tear the stage down.
You get a video show?
Yeah.
Hey, she videos the show. Like the dad in the with time code. And have a video.
Videoed by an 11-year-old.
Hey, what the heck? You can come up on stage and video and say 15 after.
Tom, tell me where you're playing in New York again.
The Bowie Hall.
That's good, babe.
All right, don't you guys go nowhere, all right? I'll be right back.
See Romeo, tell him.
Tell them not to go nowhere. I have to go when I'm Butch.
Listen, two guys. Who didn't hear this? Romeo didn't hear this?
Documentary for my brother. So this is your setup here?
Hell yeah. This is my acoustic setup minus my electronics.
You're doing acoustic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, all acoustic percussion.
Is that also a video camera?
It's a digital camera.
Oh wow.
Taking
Okay.
digital still pictures. I gotta get one of you. But of course. There we go. Yes.
Okay.
Your dad told me.
Motown.
Right. See, I played with a lot of those string players from Motown. Gordon Staples and them that used to be with the symphony. I did a lot of recording sessions. I did all the like 70s, 80s. I worked with Aretha Franklin there. I worked with Four Tops, Chapman, Dramatics, Parliament Funkadelic, all the hit records, Bootsy Collins.
Was this still for the Motown label?
Well, this was for different labels, but Motown had left with the California
Oh, they're
at that
California.
time. But I worked for Motown act, Undisputed Truth.
Really?
Smiling Faces, their first tour.
You know, there's one sound we were listening on the way up to the Marvin Gaye CD. What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, that sound, the hit, the snare drum.
Yeah, well,
It's a weird sound. What is that?
That's a cowbell on What's Going On. It's a conga and a cowbell. It's this cowbell with a mallet. It's like this. That's the sound. Exactly.
That's the weirdest sound.
Yeah.
It's a mallet and a cowbell.
Exactly.
And then
on the
with some
snare.
reverb on it.
Exactly. With a lot of reverb, a lot of hall reverb.
Wait, you mean the cowbell's laying on the snare drum?
No. It's a percussionist. He's playing it in his hand.
That's it.
With a mallet. I've done it on a lot of records. Yeah.
That is the coolest sound.
Yeah, and a lot of hall reverb on it.
Okay, is also sometimes playing a mallet on a conga?
That's all.
15 minutes.
Actually, conga rhythm, I'll play it for you on What's Going On.
Oh, really?
That cowbell on the 2 and 4.
All right.
And you got these congas playing this rhythm. But with this cowbell on top of the 2 and 4.
Wait, give me that segment.
So you play the cowbell and you
Here we
get
go.
the sound.
All right.
And see, what you do is
Wow, okay.
tune tune the conga,
Yeah.
and tune the cowbell, like in the studio, if the cowbell is too high, you pitch the tape machine up high, and it lowers the pitch.
Oh.
So you tune the slap of the conga and the cowbell to be the exact identical, and put a lot of reverb on the cowbell. And see, I do this stuff, like, I do a lot of records, so I've done all of that before.
Who was the person who came up with that idea about the cowbell and the conga?
Probably the percussionist Eddie Bongo played on there.
Eddie Bongo?
Yeah.
B-O-N-G-O?
Yeah.
Is that his real name or?
Yeah, well...
No, he must
his
have stage name.
Stage name. I never knew his last name, but
Yeah.
he's passed. He's been gone about 15 years, but
Really?
he did a lot of all the percussion. I came, like, I just missed doing the Motown
Okay.
records. I was like a little bit younger, but I played with all the rhythm sections that did all the
Tommy, did you bring any beers up?
Van Dyke, keyboard,
No, I didn't think about it.
Eddie Willis,
If you don't have it,
Dennis
then
Caldy,
I think maybe we can have it up here.
Well, that's why Tommy D had the bus pullover. I had you back.
I know all
I
those
do
guys.
know you.
I've done
I
sessions
had
with
your
them.
back.
I was just younger.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
But that's the sound.
All right,
that's how it's
I'm
done.
gonna use that sound. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use it.
Oh, yeah.
You know the thing about what's weird about Motown and Detroit and everything is that
Yeah.
there's all these players, but there's nobody knows where they are. There's no documentation about it. Nothing.
I know where they are.
You know. But
I know.
I mean, it's weird.
We'll exchange numbers because I know where they all are.
All right, is there one of those guys that played like on What's Going On, still living in Detroit?
Oh yeah. Not only is they here, but the arranger that did it, David Vanderpit.
David Vanderpit
Yeah,
is living
David
in
did it.
Detroit.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Yeah, him, his wife, Mary Vanderpit, used to be the copyist, copy all the charts for us. David was the arranger. David did that album.
He did What's Going On.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so Evie, hey, come back here. This is important. So David Vanderpit would be
Yeah.
Vaderpit.
Yeah.
Vanderpit.
P-E-T-E, I think. Vanderpit. Yeah, P-E-T-E. I forgot how you...
Vander and then P.
E-T-E.
Vanderpit. And
Yeah.
he was. Can you say those names again? Because we missed them.
Oh, yeah,
Who did
David
the man-
Vanderpit, he was the arranger on the What's Going On album for
Yeah.
Motown for Marvin Gaye. I know Paul Reiser. I think Paul may have did some songs on there, but David did the majority of all the string arrangements and like the rhythm charts for Marvin stuff was more so head charted by Marvin.
Yeah.
You know, because he played keys on some stuff. Marvin was a drummer.
Yeah.
And then he turned vocalist out front, but he played on like a number of the Motown great hit records.
Who did Marvin?
Marvin did.
Marvin
Yeah.
Gaye?
Yeah, he played drums. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
He played drums on the Marvelette song. I'm trying to think that he played drums on Dancing in the Streets, but I know he came up with the title Dancing in the Street for
Marvin
Marvin
Gaye?
and the Vandellas. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so he played drums on a lot of those early
See, there's all this
recordings.
history. It's just like not documented. It's all word of
I
mouth.
know all those histories. Yeah.
That's
I follow all
amazing.
that stuff.
I mean, to me,
Yeah.
that Marvin Gaye, that particular album sounds more. It's a very dark album.
That's the only album that album made it into the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C.
That took that album as a
Yep.
to represent the whole Motown.
Yep, that's a historic album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you listen, also I realize now, listen to Thriller of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You see where Quincy Jones took all that thing,
Sure.
that style
Sure.
of multi-tracking, like 3 Marvin Gaye.
Right, all those vocals.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a Marvin trademark. When
Yeah.
it come down to vocals,
Yeah.
he would have like somewhere like 5-6 tracks or more vocals intertwining with each other with harmonies and doing a first tenor and then doing a second tenor, you know, and then coming in with all the ad-libs and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And would they record first with the drums and the bass? I mean, would they
Well,
do
the
one
rhythm
at a
would
time?
record first. The rhythm,
Which is
consists of bass guitar, rhythm guitar, keyboard, drums, and then everything else would be overdubbed on top. In the early days of Motown, like most of all the stuff was done together, like 8-track, except for the vocal. Yeah.
But it's it sounds like on some of those cuts there's a mellotron,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right?
And Marvin
the,
was
the voices are mellotron, is that right?
yeah. So he started using Mellotron on that album, and I know he played most all the acoustic stuff. Yeah, Marvin did. Yeah, well, not only instruments, just keyboard, Yeah.
And my daughter noticed
Yeah.
that what's going on in Mercy Mercy Mirror is
Right.
not the same chorus.
Yeah.
She noticed that
Yeah.
today. She said,
Yeah. Okay. Mercy Me, the college song. Yeah.
what's another album that you consider as recording?
By Marvin.
Or just by Motown?
Steve.
The
First Finale album. Yeah.
First finale?
Yeah. And also
The songs of the key.
well, not so as a song of the key, like the ones before that. First Finale and the one where Living Just Enough for the City. I'm trying to think.
First finale. What songs are on that?
Remember, it's been a while back. That's earlier before Songs in the Key of Life. But it's another one before that that's got Living for the City. Where Stevie started playing all the instruments on it. Drums, keys.
So that was the thing with the Motown people. Stevie was doing it, Marvin was doing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Playing their own stuff.
Yeah. When they started writing their own songs,
Yeah.
you know how if you compose your own songs and be a producer, you get to get more in depth with it, and you get to probably work out your parts keyboard wise, and then you want to do the drums the way you feel them.
And also that's the time when artists wanted more, they wanted to control their music more.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
it was the 60s. And,
Right, because before that, it was songwriters for all of those artists,
Right.
for Stevie, for Marvin. So when at the latter part of the 60s, going into the 70s, that's when they made the transition into producing their own songs.
But eventually
right?
they all had a falling out with Motown.
Yeah,
because they got too-
artist control. It was so regimented.
Because they wanted too much control,
Yeah.
they said, we'll see you later.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Stevie Wonder and the, okay.
And then the Commodores came in with Lionel Richie.
Right.
All of them. They were the opening up band for the Jackson 5, on
Right.
tour. And then Lionel started writing, and started singing, because he's a sax player.
You filming right now?
Here, say that. Say, ask
Save
her.
the film for the show.
Save it for the show. Hey, he's been giving me a great history on.
playing the music to join you our Space Island. We're happy to be here. Next song is called Love Song.